was referred to as a friend because coronavirus has seemed to forge a very unlikely union between the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Tourism. So we're like cousins now, right? We walk hand in hand these days. And it is in this regard that I'm here today to talk to you about the safety protocols that we have put in place in order that we may enjoy some sort of normalcy this carnival season. These events, I mean, we've been giving them a very long name, special entertainment, something, everybody's calling them the vaccinated carnival events. And the word vaccinated in there is very important, and because of that, Ministry of Health had to step in and put in some guidelines. And if keeping with those protocols, there are a few things that we need to do to ensure that everyone, patrons as well as those putting on the productions, are kept safe. So how will this happen? A mandatory antigen test will be taken no more than 24 hours before the commencement of every single in-person event. And to facilitate this, the government has approved 2 of its sites for testing, and that will be the Winter Park Sports Stadium, as well as the Layu Resource Center. So on Saturday this week, we will be open from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. to facilitate all the patrons needing to have antigen tests done. The following weekend will be open from Saturday until Tuesday morning, quite a long stint for my team. And we will be testing from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. again to facilitate those needing antigen testing. These are the only 2 government facilities that have been approved for testing. So those home kits that you have bought, your nurse friend who wants to do you a favor, or your doctor friend who wants to do you a favor and have your antigen tested at home, those cards will not be accepted for the events. Tests conducted at the government-approved facilities will be accepted, however. And we urge the proprietors of these facilities to please submit lists of those you have tested in order that we facilitate the verification of those antigen tests. If we don't know that you were tested at La Falaise, we will not let you in, unfortunately, and we will stick by the rules. We will stand by our guns. The names of, and once you have gained entry into the facility, you will encounter the beautiful nurses and doctors who are stationed at the Ministry of Health testing or screening area. You must present 3 vital things. You must present your personal ID. You must present your recent antigen test card. And you must present your vaccination card. If you have taken your booster shot and you have a booster shot card, you come with that as well. May I remind you that when we say fully vaccinated, we mean that you would have taken your 2 doses of whatever vaccine, and if you've taken the Moderna, your 1 dose, plus an additional 2 weeks post-vaccination or inoculation. So you cannot take a vaccine on Monday and attend an event on Saturday. You would not be considered fully vaccinated. Your antigen and vaccination cards will be verified via our online verification system. So it's not just a matter of looking at the card and say, yes, you can go in, or no, you cannot. Once you have passed all of these checks, then you will be free to enter and move forward to the ticket booth. Please, we are urging people, patrons, DDA staff, organizers to remain safe. Don't share your drink. Don't share your glasses. If you are smoking, please don't smoke. But if you're smoking, don't share your smoke. Ladies, accessorize your outfit with your mask because your masks remain mandatory if you're not drinking or eating. You should be still wearing your masks. Carry your personal sanitization, your wipes or your small bottles of alcohol or hand sanitizer if you have to. And please remain constantly aware that The battle against this formidable disease, COVID-19, is far from over, although we are making strides to do so. Thanks for having me, and I look forward to serving you this very long weekend.
Thank you, Dr. Drago, my new cousin, in this fight of COVID, and also to ensure that our entertainment industry continues to excel. We also work very closely with the Dominica Police Force to ensure safety. We will be hearing more details from them at another time because they were unable to be with us this morning. But just to say that we are planning to have a safe zone or bubble around the Windsor Park Sports Stadium forecourt. And this will be manned by the police to ensure the safety of all persons at the venue. So we will be hearing from the police at a later date, just so that we know and we'll ensure the safety of all our patrons, of all our service providers, of all our stakeholders, of our organizers, etc. at the venue. Of course, we have to say hats off to the event organizers who form part of these events scheduled for February 20th to March 1st. We continue to work together with them to ensure that you, the patrons, enjoy the events safely. So we have a number of approved events for this period, and we are going to hear from all of these event organizers that we are proud to have on board with us this year. So on Sunday, February 20th, we will be having Rise and Wine. That is this Sunday. We will be having the famous Rise and Wine from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. This event is organized by Infinite Entertainment in association with El Dorado Rum and Kubuli Beer. The event is a premium breakfast party and will be the first of the special events that we're going to be putting on. While the organizers are not physically present here this morning, we all know that they are working very hard currently at planning the event. So I'm just going to give you some information. They will be having both local and overseas DJs. They're having DJ Snow, DJ Scribs, Just Jay from Barbados, Chin from St. Lucia, and Barry Hype from St. Lucia. We're having local artists Zwadi, Stasha, Shelly, Benji, and Kendall. The patrons of Rise and Wine will be provided with signature Rise and Wine cups and sponsored items. Pocket-sized hand sanitizers will also be provided to patrons on entry. There will always be drink specials, food on sale by Party Shack and Twilight Lounge. They also have bottle packages with cocktail tables available with minimum purchase of free premium bottles. Ladies and gentlemen, patrons, the event is completely sold out. But there is a waiting list that has been opened pending any cancellations due to persons coming down with COVID. Interested patrons are asked to go online at their ticketing sites to be added to the waiting list and will be notified on a first come, first served basis. So the event organizers wanted us to say, see you guys Sunday morning, bright and early for Rise and Wine. To continue, it's my pleasure to have with us here a very important partner in tourism, the Cultural Division. And the Cultural Division will be putting on the All Mass 2020 Carnival Deities, which is a virtual event on Tuesday the 22nd of February. So it's my pleasure to call to the podium Mr. Erlson Matthew, the Acting Chief Cultural Officer, as he gives us some insights on All Mass 2020 Carnival Deities.
Special greetings to all present. and those of you listening over the airwaves and viewing over the internet. For most of my existence, we have been taught to unite and to come together. And this unity was the foundation of Carnival, Dominican lifestyle, and our tourism product. That changed in 2020 when we had to learn to social distance. But in the face of adversity, the will of our people persevered. And though further apart, we grew closer at heart. We have adapted and used the technology available to us to forge bonds never seen before. I applaud the efforts to get things back to what they once were. But the Cultural Division has also identified that Carnival experience is one that is inclusive in nature and saw an opportunity for all to freely participate. And so, our goal is to make the traditional Carnival experience available to all who are willing to access it, at your homes, of course. In this regard, the Cultural Division presents Olmas 2022 Carnival Deities, a production that features various aspects of traditional Dominican Carnival culture. That includes Lapo Cabwit, Sensei, Bois, Suswell Sui, Cowboys, Steel Pan, Ban Move, Kalinago Tetmas, and so much more. I know you've seen a few of the behind the scenes videos and may have many questions. We were able to pull this off because of sheer will. From the staff of the Cultural Division who sacrificed all of their weekends during the months of January and February, the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force, who took some convincing, but as soon as they understood what we were trying to accomplish and that it was within the health and safety protocols, they facilitated the work of the division. Well, the work of Dominica, really. The groups who haven't made a cent or even rehearsed over the past 2 years, but were so enthusiastic. I cannot tell you the amount of times I heard, the little half hour you give us there, boy, that was our carnival. We'll take it. Our friends and families who stood by us with unwavering support during this period. To our sponsors such as Fine Foods Inc., Springfield Trading, Infinity Bar and Grill, who in the hardest of financial times pledged their support to this initiative. And of course, to DFC and the Discover Dominica Authority, who have been contributors to Olmas over the years, and this year is no exception. To all of you and anyone who I may have left out, I want to express the most heartfelt gratitude. This was indeed a fun and learning experience for all who participated, and I hope it will be the same for you, the viewers. So on Tuesday, the 22nd of February at 7 p.m., get the friends and family together. I know we're in the era of watch parties, so why not? I wish success upon all of the other promoters who have taken up this challenge. By no means can we lie down and play dead. This is one step, maybe not back to how things were before, but an opportunity to tweak and examine what things could be beyond this little hurdle. Thank you.
Thank you, Ulson, and that is a very important event for us. I'm definitely looking forward to that production. While we are not having Carnival in its true sense, Carnival is still a very important part of our tourism product, and this brand that we call Carnival cannot die. So we continue to ensure that our visitors still see brand Dominica's Carnival in all that we do. So thank you, Ulson, thank you for your efforts at the Division of Culture as we work together in our events. On Monday, 28th of February, we will be getting ready for the Illumination Event. And that event is being held from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. I hope everybody have to get their vitamins in order because you realize a lot of our events are early morning events. So we have with us today Sheldon Alfred, to give us some insights on the Illumination Event as Signal Band is the main organizer for this event. Shelley, thank you.
Pleasant good morning to all listeners and viewers and to fellow organizers. My name is Shelley. I'm from Signal Band, and we are the pioneers of Illumination, Dominica's premier Glow Juve event. Illumination is Dominica's premier event of glow, LED color, and light for Juve morning at our traditional Mass Dominic Carnival. The event format is usually one that begins right here at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium at midnight and usually goes on to the road at 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. This year, obviously, we had to adjust the format of the event, and we present Illumination 2022, a Cooler Fete edition, which will also be held at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium at 2 a.m. on Monday, February 28th to 8 a.m. that same morning. The Cooler Fete format of the event was developed in order to encourage patrons to shop drinks with their friends, enter the event with their friends, party with their friends, and live with their friends too, I would suppose. It is important to note that we have two ticket levels, one at $100 that is general admission to the event and unlimited Heineken beer. The second level of tickets is general admission plus a t-shirt plus a mask, which will be delivered to the patron. I guess unfortunately that level of ticket has been sold out, so we only have the $100 tickets available currently, and from my knowledge, as of today, there are only 81 more left. Tickets can be purchased on Eventbrite only, and you can head to Signal Band social media pages or Instagram or Facebook in order to book these tickets. In terms of entertainment, Signal Band will be the highlight entertainment at the event, but we also have DJ Snow, Unstoppable Shacks, and Stasha performing alongside Signal Band. So I will guess we will see you guys on February 28th at 2 a.m. at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium for Illumination, the Cooler Fete edition. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shelley. And in true Dominican style, with hardly any sleep, we'll be moving right into TK International's TK One Jam, One Fete, which will also be held on February 28th, that's Monday, February 28th, from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. And with us today, we have Mr. Emil Diputa, who is representing TK International, the organizers for the event. Mr. Diputa, you have some words, please.
Good morning, everyone. As Samantha said, my name is Emil Diputa, former manager of the WCK, WCK also, but the Triple K band, right now TK, and I am the promoter of this event. I would like to first of all thank the DFC and the government of Dominica for making something happen, showing that we have some kind of direction going towards reopening of the economy on a whole. Because from 2020, from April 2020, things have been really down, and we've been having that challenge with COVID, and it continues. But as it continues, we need to get back to some sort of normalcy. Otherwise, we'd find people maybe going crazy, and we don't want that to happen. So having this sort of carnival, as Samantha puts it, she doesn't want us to say carnival, so I will try not to say carnival as much as possible. But normally TK has what they call Mega Monday on a Carnival Monday. It cannot be called that because the brand, that's not what exactly it is going to be, but we're going to try to make this as close as possible to a carnival party, jump up, everything put in one. So we just want the people to come out there, buy your tickets. I just checked the amount of tickets that are remaining. As of now, 104 tickets left in stock from 500. So we want to ask the people out there to really purchase these tickets, make it be sold out, because I'm sure if all of these events are sold out, Mr. Piper and Samantha and the Prime Minister and everybody else will be encouraged to continue, and maybe we will have a World Creole Music Festival this year, right, Ms. Valmore? So I will not take up too much more time, but just thank everybody and the sponsors, Digicel, Deepex, We Forward Freight Master, TK, and the other people who will be coming on board later today for being part of this event, and we look forward to having a serious bacchanal on Monday.
Thank you, Emil. And a very good point was made that if all goes well, we can look forward to other events coming up this year. But it's not only the organizers and the producers of the events, but I think it is also important for the patrons to follow the guidelines and to do what it takes for us to ensure that we have these events coming up. So the call goes out to all Dominicas, producers, entertainers, and the public to do what we have to do to have these events coming up for the rest of 2020. So for Tuesday, we're moving on to Tuesday, and like Emil said, we're not saying carnival. We are piloting these events during the carnival period, but we are branding it as special entertainment events because afterwards we're looking forward to putting together more events from you, from other entertainers, from other organizations. So we are looking forward to really working with the entertainment industry moving forward with these new guidelines that we have put in place. So for Tuesday, March 1st, we will be on what we call the last lap. And this year we have with us Hysteria Band, and Hysteria will be putting on Hysteria Road Recall. Very interesting name, Hysteria Road Recall. From 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium forecourt. And today with us is Gita Seaman, one of the organizers, to share with us the plans for this event.
Thank you, Sammy. Good morning to Discover Dominica and the Festivals Committee representatives and the Carnival stakeholders and all those listening and watching live. Hysteria Mass Carnival Band has permanently changed the tune of Dominica's Carnival with infusing our rich local culture, diverse creatives, and energized musicians to produce an unparalleled product. Year after year, we have improved our product from our innovations in our virtual launch with higher quality launch videos and being the first contemporary band offering online registration in Dominica. As a team filled with passion, love of our culture, tenacity, and resilience, we have decided to incorporate a taste of mass to our loyal masqueraders to remind them that our culture is still alive and there is still a sense of normal, though it has now been tagged the new normal. With the positive feedback, encouragement, and constant requests for anything hysteria, and with the partnership of the Festivals Committee and Discover Dominica, we have decided to host an event, Road Recall, Come Road Ready. That will be held on Tuesday, March 1st, as Samantha said, and it is dress code is not restricted. It is more of a come as you like. Come in your past costumes, come in your past full costumes, your bodysuits, even your plain t-shirt and short pants. The price would be $85. We have just launched this morning, and you can purchase a ticket online at Shop Access 767 through all our social media pages, Facebook and Instagram. Thank you.
Thank you, Gita. And I should say that you can also look at the Dominica Festivals Committee's Facebook pages for all the information on all the events happening, where you can buy the tickets, etc. So that information is also on our Facebook page. We are not leaving out Calypso because Calypso is part of our culture, and we are seeing the need to ensure that Calypso is alive and well. While we would not have one of our Calypso representatives here speaking, but they definitely will be speaking at a later date as to their plans for the Calypso finals coming up, carded for next week, Saturday. As we continue, I had to leave this one for last year, ladies and gentlemen. We will be rising with the sun for the second edition of Sunrise, which will be held on Saturday, February 26th from 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. So our goodwill ambassador, our Sunrise ambassador, the Booyah boss, Asa Banton, is on a sunrise mission. Welcome, Asa, To the podium.
Yes, good morning, everybody. So for those who've been asking me if there will be sunrise this year, well, as you can see, I'm standing here to tell you, yes, we will have sunrise this year. And you know, sunrise is one of the biggest events that happened during Dominica Carnival. The first edition was huge, massive. Well, this year we're going to tone it down. So this year will be a sunrise VIP. So we're going to give you a taste of sunrise, just a little taste. Not too big, a little taste. And I just want to thank the Ministry of Tourism, the Ministry of Health, and the Prime Minister of Dominica for trying something different this year. So this year, you know, sunrise will be it's for 500 people. So you guys could check on the page of the DFC, Dominica Festival Committee, also on Asa Banton page to see when the tickets are out. And Sunrise is an event where we bring our artists up to an international standard. And I wish that we will have a surprise for Sunrise as well. So I'm letting it out there. So, and Sunrise starts at 1 a.m. in the morning, and it goes down to 7 a.m. So 99% of the artists on Sunrise will be local artists. Our local band's going to be there, the local Bunyon artists. I myself, Asa Banton, will be performing. Mr. Diputa should be there as well. I see you, Emil. But I'm just here to let the people know that Sunrise on the 26th, the morning of the 26th, that's Saturday morning, Sunrise will be happening right there. So, and you know, it's Asa Banton in collaboration with DFC, and we're trying our best to make you guys have a wonderful time and to encourage people on getting vaccinated. So, because it's a vaccinated event, and if more people was vaccinated, and you know, more people could have been to the event. So get vaccinated, because after Sunrise, you might have breakfast fete. You never know. All right?
Thank you, Asa. And he said it well. Start getting yourself, all those who are going to miss all these events for the piloted period, start getting yourself vaccinated for what is to come. And I really have to say that like he mentioned, the events are fully vaccinated events. So persons need to keep in mind that these events are fully vaccinated. All the event organizers are required to submit their listing of all their patrons beforehand, that we can even vet with the Ministry of Health. So before you even come into the screening area, which is a designated screening area manned by the Ministry of Health, they would already know if you are allowed to enter that event. So please be guided accordingly. You heard from Dr. Drygo, you heard from the entertainers themselves that it will be strictly vaccinated events. Ensure that you have your negative antigen test done 24 hours prior to the event. And of course, the government testing sites will be at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium and at the Layu Center, and of course the recognized private labs. Of course, the health teams will be available on the weekends for testing to accommodate all patrons and also to accommodate the event organizers, the artists, etc., who will be performing at the events. If you notice, we were always calling out the times of the events. The events are not allowed to exceed 6 hours. So we're imploring to our patrons, make sure you come early to get your full 6 hours of fete. And of course, ensure you bring your ticket or your receipt, your vaccination card, your antigen test results, and a picture ID for you to access the safe bubble that is going to be provided by the Dominica Police, and for validation for entry into the venue. So these are important factors that we have to remember. All the organizers are putting this out for their patrons, and it's also on the DFC Facebook page. So please be guided by the rules, that we are ensuring that we have a safe and secure activity, environment, atmosphere, fete, jump up, whatever you want to call it, here at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium forecourt for the piloted events for February 20th to March 1st. I now invite Mr. Colin Piper, Director of Tourism, to give some closing remarks and the vote of thanks. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Samantha. Thanks for having me here, and I'm pleased to present the vote of thanks on this occasion. Let me recognize the PS of Tourism and other members of the staff of the Ministry of Tourism, International Transport and Maritime Initiatives, representatives of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and New Health Investment, the Windsor Park Sports Stadium Management Team, event organizers, thanks for being here, all collaborators, and to our Goodwill Ambassador, Mr. Issa Bantan, and who is a partner on the second edition of Sunrise. Of course, we saw his initiative, Change for Change, which was on social media yesterday, and here he is today again, leading on the entertainment front, truly exhibiting tenets of the destination brand, which the Ministry of Tourism and DDA launched on February 2nd. And so we will continue to message about that over the next few months. So let me say thank you to the Government of Dominica for their responsible and calculated approach to how they open up the country. You know, this move is a pilot for entertainment, special entertainment events, and that came out of a consultation with entertainers, right? And is certainly one of the measures that is being implemented. Special mention to the Ministry of Health team, whether from primary health services or the vaccination unit or environmental health or otherwise. Certainly we acknowledge your willingness to partner with us, our newly discovered cousins, on this important step, and to recognize your critical part that you play in this initiative. To the pilot event organizers for answering the call and working with us to pilot the protocols and offering suggested, and also making suggestions on how things could be improved to facilitate the planning and implementation. And thanking you in advance for your adherence to the protocols, right? And to remind you again of this awesome responsibility that you have in that as your events go, so will other special events. You are the litmus test to make sure that we implement future special events. And to all service providers who have come on board, whether our technical production team, venue preparation, security, janitorial, and management team, we want to thank you in advance for all that you will be doing and remind you of the seriousness with which you have to take your assignment. And as Sammy was saying, to the patrons who have shown support to these events and have helped us to test the process of purchasing tickets, you know, and the validation process that you will have to go through. The Ministry of Tourism and DDA will continue in its efforts to assist in the revival of the entertainment industry through the staging of these pilot events and other events planned for 2022, which has been designated, by the way, as the Year of Health and Wellness. So we anticipate that all will go well during these pilot events, and that the protocols will in fact be extended. And we at DDA and the Ministry are already planning for Jazz and Creole in May. So we want you to keep a lookout for that. But let's get through what we're here to do today and this upcoming next 10-day period. And you will hear more from us about the Year of Health and Wellness next week. Thanks also to the hardworking DDA team who will be facilitating the process of these special entertainment events. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Piper. Also, I have to say thanks to Mr. Piper. He has really been very supportive, very close working with us with regards to putting together the special entertainment events, the protocols, etc., working with the ministry to make sure that everything is in place. Come Sunday, early morning, 3 o'clock Sunday morning, everything is in place for the special events, Rise and Wine, first of the special events. So again, we want to say thank you to all. Please look to the Discover Dominica website or the Discover Dominica Facebook pages and the Dominica Festival's Facebook pages for more information on the special entertainment events coming up. Also make sure that you go onto your special, the events that you want to partner with or take part in on their social media pages for more information. Of course, visit us at the Discover Dominica Authority for more information, and we will help to ensure that we all remain safe within this bubble at the Windsor Park Stadium forecourt for the special entertainment events coming up in this period. Thank you once again to everyone.
Ever since I small, I want to be jump for carnival. From the drum them loud, I want to jump up for carnival. Beat the steel band and the eye, I know what a festival. Come on, baby, it's a street party. Come on, one and all, I know what it. Hey, carnival, we dey jumbo la cadase. I know what it is. We go, we dey. Hey, kite tabula, wole jumbo la cadase. I know what it is. We go, we dey. Ooh, mama. Ever see so much people gather in one function. All they know they come to party for the celebration. People drinking, eating and whining when we beat the drum. All they want to know is the refrain and they sing the song. Annually, hey, carnaval we dey, tupola kasote. Annually, subeku we dey.
Escapades and great entertainment. With this new logo, the Commonwealth of Dominica will stand out as a premier